Hi there, how are you today? So in this video I wanted to talk about some amazing beings that I have in my video descriptions at the bottom. The first one I wanted to talk about is Raphael. He's my dear friend, and he's a Reiki master teacher in South Australia. He also does sound healing, and he sells beautiful sound healing instruments, and that's what he loves to do. He loves to share his wisdom about sound healing and these beautiful instruments that you can use, because we are energy. These beautiful instruments, when they're played, they affect your energy. They just resonate with your being. They're just really lovely. And there's a link in the description below for Raphael. He has a beautiful Facebook page, Infinity Light and Sound, which is now in the back of all my books as a resource, as a useful resource. Also an admin on that page, so you'll find me there occasionally if you want to say hello. So yeah, that's the first person I wanted to talk about. I had an amazing experience with Raphael in my fourth book, When Love Leaves. And since then, we've just been really good friends. We had this beautiful moment where we did Reiki on each other. And the moment that I went in and I saw his beautiful energy, I knew straight away. When you meet an angel here on earth, that's what it felt like to me. His energy was so exquisite and so beautiful and ethereal. It was just lovely. And then the next day, he did a Reiki session on me, a Reiki healing. And it was the first time that I was actually brought to be in the presence of God. Archangel Metatron came in, whisked me off. It was such a beautiful experience. Unfortunately, these sorts of experiences, when you're in the presence of God, or moments like that, like when I've been with Jesus as well, or Mother Mary, they're not experiences that you can explain with words. It's something that you just feel it in your heart, and it's just such a beautiful thing. But that experience that I had through Raphael when he was doing the healing was the first time I've had any kind of session with anyone. And I felt so light and out of my body that when I came back, I couldn't walk. I spent about 2 hours just lying there in this heavenly state, like I was floating. And I tried to get up and my body just wasn't functioning. And then when I tried to get up to walk, my legs felt like jelly, like they weren't mine. It was just such a bizarre experience, And I went on a walk. It took at least an hour before I felt like I was back to normal, so to speak, that I was back in my physical body. But before that, it was just, I think, the most exquisite experience I've ever had. After that, I have been in the presence, with God or with Jesus or these other beautiful moments, but that was my first time. Before then, I had been with angels or I had been with Jesus, but never in the presence of God. That I'm like, it's like standing in front of the sun. It was just, wow. I was just so blown away that day. And Raphael was the one that made that experience possible. I don't know what he brought through, but I was literally in heaven, and I knew, because the day before I had done a Reiki healing on him and I had seen his beautiful energy. I knew how pure his spirit is, that he is unconditional love in this life, So everything he brings through is always from a place of unconditional love. His beautiful sound healing, his beautiful Reiki teaching, or his Reiki healing that he does. So he's just an amazing human being and an amazing being, So that was my encounter with Raphael, and we've been friends ever since. It's been like 2 years now. The next person or being that I wanted to talk about is Melissa. Melissa Crowhurst is her name, and she's in the description. And her course is called Natural Healer. And with her, I became a Reiki master and then a Reiki master teacher. But it was through her Reiki that I actually became more and more involved with the angels and with Mother Mary and with Jesus. And it was through doing the distance healings. Again, all of this is in full detail in the book When Love Leaves. It's all about those experiences, but I'll still share them across here in little sprinkles as we go. Had to put them all into one video because there's so many, and there were so many that I just couldn't put into the book. There was too many to share. But with Natural Healer, with Melissa Crowhurst, she has such a beautiful way of teaching. And what I loved the most about her teaching is that there's no wrong way and there's no right way to do this. You will find your own way. And it just so happened that I did, thanks to her beautiful teaching, because she's so gentle and nurturing, you know. And through her teaching, I followed my guidance, you know, because that's what she asks you to do. No matter what she teaches you, you just follow your guidance, you know. And I learned to work with the angels, you know, as I went through the sessions. And through many of those sessions was that I was given confirmation over and over again that what I was seeing was actually happening. Because in the beginning, I used to think, what are these visions, you know? And I felt like I was taken to a place where there's no time and I'm suspended in space, like there's no space either. It's this, I can't even explain it, but it feels like another dimension, like not even here, you know? On Earth, there's no gravity, there's nothing. It's just amazing. And, you know, I would, whatever I saw in, you know, the healing, or if I was given words, if there was something that needed healing, I would pass that on. But I would never, in the beginning, explain the visions, the visuals, what I was seeing when I was going in. It was amazing. And then time after time, healing after healing, people would come back and tell me that they saw this, or they heard that, or they felt this, and they would describe things that I had actually seen. So, you know, after quite a few healings, I was thinking, this is real. You know, what I'm seeing is actually real. Because I was too scared to share what I was seeing. You know, people are going to think I'm nuts, you know, because some of it was quite bizarre. You know, the things that were coming through, I just couldn't understand what was happening. But with time, because people kept telling me that they would see certain things or hear, you know, they received certain information, it would be exactly what I had heard, you know. And so I learned to trust that with these beautiful Reiki sessions, what I was seeing was real. And with time, and I'm talking over a year of doing these healings, and I was doing, you know, quite a few every week. After a year, I learned to trust that, you know, even today, I'll receive a message, you know, from my friend in New Zealand, for example. She's a medium and she's amazing. And I'll receive these really long messages from her. And the last few that I've received from her in the last couple of months, she'll start describing something that she's going through, and I'll have this really strong visual, you know, this vision in front of me of what's happening. And by the time she's finished her, you know, her message, at the end, she would have described exactly what I saw at the beginning. You know, and this is like 10 minutes later or 20 minutes later sometimes. And so I'm like, wow, you know, now I'm shown the vision before I get the information. And almost as if they're saying, yes, you know, you can trust that this is real, that this is happening, you know. So that's been amazing. And that all came through with Melissa Crowhurst, with her beautiful Reiki course that I did with her. This all came through, and I received all those beautiful confirmations doing Reiki distance healings, you know, that I needed to practice. You know, I don't do it at the moment. I'm not doing it professionally, like I'm not teaching it, and I'm not performing Reiki professionally, you know, for money is what I'm trying to say. I don't charge for it. I don't do it as a profession. I do it because I love doing it, and I just seem to have people that come in and out that need it or offer it, you know, highly spiritual beings, and then we just exchange, and it's just amazing what comes through, you know. And the third person that I wanted to talk about, that's always in the descriptions, in case you're wondering who the ones at the bottom, you know, what that's all about. Rika Zimmerman was my first introduction to the angels. Her course is Adventure in Oneness, or you just go to Rika Zimmerman and you'll find all her courses there. I did the self-love course and the advanced course for that because I found that really, really beautiful. And that really points you to you, learning to love yourself and focus on yourself, you know? And there's lots of beautiful things to learn with Rika. You know, she teaches you to love everything about you. The things that you don't like about yourself, you know, I love that about me, you know. That was one of the first things that I took away from her beautiful courses. I love that about me, you know, learning to say I love everything, you know, it's all good, it's all beautiful, I love everything. And with Rika, I had quite a few meditations where I had angels come through, but at the time, always thinking I'm imagining it, you know, because the visions are quite strong. And they're just so beautiful, so amazing, the visions that come through. But I didn't have anyone to confirm them. It was just me and the angel, you know, or whatever. In some it was with Mother Mary, in some it was with Jesus. But it was just me with them. And eventually, like with Archangel Michael, they would find the way to confirm it outside of just the two of us having this conversation, you know, throughout the meditation. So there is already a beautiful video about my first meditation experience, which was with Archangel Michael, and with the beautiful pentagrams. Oh, and I forgot, while I did that video, I do have, see, my beautiful pentagram there. I don't know if, hang on, I'll turn it around, see, with my beautiful star there. And on the other one's a little feather, because I did this beautiful course with Lorna Byrne, who sees angels. Yeah, there you are. And in the beginning with her, we're always asking our guardian angels for feathers. And once I started doing that, I started seeing feathers everywhere, like all sorts of feathers. So that was a beautiful experience as well. And what I got from that beautiful course with Lorna Byrne is to ask. Everyone has a beautiful guardian angel that's by your side, always. You know, as well as your beautiful higher self that's always with you. You also have a beautiful guardian angel. So ask. You have all these beings around you to assist you, and all you need to do is ask. I cannot stress that enough. Until you ask, they cannot come forward. So you need to ask. If you want their assistance, maybe you don't want it. Maybe you don't believe they exist, and that's fine too. You don't have to. But for those of you out there that have this feeling that yes, there is more than what I'm seeing with my physical eyes, there's more, because you have a feeling sometimes that you can sense them around you. All you have to do is ask, and ask them for signs. They love giving you signs. You know, your guardian angel, ask for a feather, ask for a particular color of a feather, ask for a flower, ask for a bunch of flowers, you know, something unexpected, something that you're not expecting, and then just sit back, you know, go on about your day and let them surprise you, you know. Occasionally remember, oh yes, I asked you for a feather, don't forget, you know, get on it. And they will surprise you. Because they love you. They can't wait for you to know that they're there. You know, they've been there the whole time. It's just such a wonderful knowing when you do start to communicate with these beautiful beings on the other side. It's just a beautiful thing. All right, my darlings, I love you guys. So if there was anything there that caught you, you know, that, oh, you'd be interested, you know, check out Raphael's beautiful Facebook page. I think that's what's in the description below. And from there you can go and visit his beautiful Etsy page that has all these sound healing instruments. If you feel called to try out any of those, they're just lovely. There's something about those musical instruments, those sound healing instruments that, oh, I've got some here. These are the Koshi chimes, just to give you an idea. I love these. Yeah, there's something about them. To me, they sound heavenly. But that's the Koshi chimes, and then you've got Tibetan bowls, and my favorite are the crystal singing bowls, because I did a sound healing course a few years ago before the Reiki course, because I thought that's what I kept hearing, the word healing, healing, healing. And then I was on Facebook, and on Facebook I found this beautiful sound healing course with Vicky Gould. It's called Life Changing Energy, I remember now. And so I did a few of her sound healing courses, and I did her crystal course, I think, the crystals and the chakras with her. I also did crystals and chakras with Melissa Crowhurst again. But with Vicky, it was more about the sound healing. I was just really interested in all of that. And I love, occasionally I've got my singing bowls back there, my beautiful crystal singing bowls. And I love sometimes just sitting there and just playing, even just one, and just how it resonates and how it feels within my energy field. It's just so beautiful. So yeah, I love those, anything to do with sound healing is beautiful for me. And if you feel called to try any of the other courses, I've enjoyed all of them, and from all of them I have gained something beautiful, that I'm grateful for. So that's why they're always in my description. So feel free to check any of them out if you feel a strong calling towards looking at any of them for you, for yourself. All right, my darlings. So remember to click like and subscribe so you don't miss any of the messages. I've already given you my kiss, but I'll give you another one. So bye for now, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.